In this video, we're going to talk about the Manage Users page, and in particular, the two-factor authentication tab. Now, this is accessed via the payroll settings, which is here or here. And the Manage Two-Factor Authentication tab is here. Two-factor authentication provides an additional layer of security and makes it harder for attackers to gain access to your account. It is designed to ensure that you are the only person who can access your account, even if someone else knows your password. The ATO has provided the following requirements for any end user accessing a product or service that provides any of the following functionality: business and tax accounting services, for example, activity statements and income tax returns; payroll and employer services, for example, single touch payroll reporting; superannuation services, for example, fund member rollover and reporting. With regards to any end user that can access taxation or superannuation related information of other entities or individuals, for example, tax agents, employers, 2FA is compulsory. With regards to any end user that only has access to their own information and does not have access to taxation or superannuation related information of other entities or individuals, for example, employees accessing their employee portal, 2FA is optional but recommended. 2FA is mandatory for the following users when logging into the payroll platform: full access users, restricted users with access to one or more reports, restricted users with report packs permission. This is different to a report pack recipient, and restricted users with STP Pay Event Approver permission. These mandatory 2FA requirements cannot be removed at a business or white label level. If you access the payroll platform from within an external third-party platform, you will not be required to verify your details via 2FA to access the payroll functionality. Rather, you should utilize the 2FA security functions that are provided in those systems instead. Now, there are three sections to this page. The first confirms that two-factor authentication is mandatory for all full access reporting level users. In regards to managers and employee level users, you are able to make 2FA mandatory before they can log into the platform. This is controlled at a white label level, so this option may or may not be ticked by default. This means that employees will need to set up 2FA in order to access the employee portal. And all other restricted users that have location or employee group access to permissions such as rostering, timesheets, leave, expenses, etc. will need to do the same. To clarify, if this optional setting is enabled, it will not affect employees or managers logging into WorkZone or ClockMeIn. This means that users will not be required to undergo the 2FA process when accessing these apps. Where 2FA is enforced for a business, you will notice two additional 2FA options that can be enforced when creating super batches via Beam and/or when lodging STP events with the ATO. Just a note on this: if you are processing super via a different clearinghouse or manually, selecting the option relating to submitting a super batch, this option will not enforce 2FA. This option is only applicable where Beam has been activated for the business. You can choose to enforce 2FA for either one or both of the additional options, and remember to click Save when making any changes to these settings. There you have it, how to manage two-factor authentication on the Manage Users page.